The potential takeover of Rangers from the 49ers enterprise is one of the most intriguing stories of the season. Rangers are in desperate need of a fresh direction, and a takeover could be the way forward for the Ibrox club. In today's video, we will share an interview from the head of the potential takeover, Paraag Marathe, as he breaks his silence on the takeover. We will watch and discuss this whilst going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Now, fans have been crying out for change for some time now, with Rangers seemingly to be going backwards every season with little to no improvement. The news of a potential takeover by SF49ers came out last week and created a wave of excitement around the club. Philippe Clement was then relieved of his duties, and it is thought by many fans and pundits that the decision was made to satisfy the incoming owners. However, this has not been proven. Paraag Marathe is the main man behind the takeover, and while he hasn't said much about the story suggesting the purchase of the Ibrox club, he has finally come out and spoke about it in his latest interview. Have a watch of this.
So when you guys look around the landscape, I mean, what do you see generally in terms of opportunity? Are you envisaging something more like a multi-club model for Leeds, or as in Leeds as the cornerstone? Are you selective? What are you sort of thinking?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think I've said this before. We always have our eyes and ears open. We're always looking at other opportunities. Multi-club from the standpoint of like a hierarchy of clubs that maybe some other folks do. That's not really how we're looking at it. We're sort of looking at it as almost standalone. Leeds United stands alone. And if we were to look at another club or pursue another club, that club would stand alone on its own. And yeah, are there benefits? Are there economies of scale benefits to having leadership and ownership of multiple clubs? Absolutely, with what you could share and do on the commercial side, even sometimes what you can do on the sporting side. But we don't really look at it, and we haven't contemplated it as one club is a feeder club to another. Each club deserves all of our attention and effort. And like I said to you, one thing that I honestly underestimated and I didn't know was how much I would fall in love with Leeds United. We first got involved 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't want to say it was purely a business opportunity or an economic opportunity, but because I still loved football. But it's just nowhere near the level of passion and love I have for this club right now. And I don't think anything will be able to top that.
So obviously here in the UK, there's press reports that you guys are in advanced talks about a club in Scotland, Rangers, huge heritage, huge passion there. Do you think that you can replicate that model of having passion in multiple high-profile clubs with really devout fan bases? Like, is that a message that one ownership group can send, or is that too difficult to sort of manage?
Yeah, I can't really comment on whatever rumors might be out there, but like I said, we are always looking at other opportunities. We have been, and I think it is doable to replicate the passion. What we are looking for is clubs with the right bones, clubs with the right history of success, clubs with the right potential for growth. If you're a sports person and you love it and you treat it as, a way of life, so to speak, like I do, then absolutely there's enough room in your heart. Just like there is to love all of your children, there's enough room in your heart to love all your sports properties.
So what do you make of this interview? Although Paraag didn't go deep into the situation at Rangers, one thing he did mention which is promising is ruling out the chance of Rangers being a feeder club to Leeds, and instead have both clubs strive for as much success as possible. This is incredibly promising news, as a lot of fans were skeptical when the rumours came out that Rangers would be a feeder club to Leeds. So to have this reassured to us that this won't be happening is only positive and makes the potential for the takeover even more exciting. Hopefully we can start hearing more about the move in the coming weeks, and hopefully we can actually see it take place. But let me know your thoughts on this down below. Now in other news, Barry Ferguson has revealed what he told the Rangers dressing room after their comeback victory over Kilmarnock last night. Things didn't look good for the Ibrox club after they went 2-0 down within the opening 14 minutes at Rugby Park. After goals from Václav Černý, Cyril Desas and Nedim Barami, however, Rangers rallied and eventually emerged 4-2 winners. Post-match, interim head coach Ferguson, who was only appointed to his role on Monday following Philippe Clement's dismissal, revealed what he told his players after their comeback triumph. "I told them in the dressing room, enjoy these moments, enjoy the wins," he said. "But listen, we're back in tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and we focus on Motherwell. Ferguson will be looking to make it back-to-back wins when Michael Wimmer's side visit Ibrox this weekend. After the clash with the Fir Park outfit, Rangers then turn their attention to a mammoth Europa League last 16 tie against Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce. Celtic then lie in wait at Parkhead in what is a colossal few weeks for Ferguson's side. The 47-year-old wasn't shy to praise his side on Wednesday night after getting his stint in charge off to a perfect start. "I don't know the stats of the record books. I don't know how many teams have come here and been 2-0 down and come back and beat them 4-2 pretty convincingly," he said. "So I'm going to give my players credit because I don't think they've had enough throughout this season. So it's about time they gave a wee bit. But listen, I need to see more than that." Before we get into our next story, please make sure you like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, let's get back into the video. Now, in other news, James Tavernier has revealed what he told Clinton Nsiala after he was substituted off half an hour into Rangers' game against Kilmarnock last night. The Ibrox club went 2-0 down within the first 14 minutes at Rugby Park, and early into his first game at the helm, interim head coach Barry Ferguson made a bold move in bringing off the young defender. The change eventually proved dividends as Ferguson's team went on to win 4-2 thanks to goals from Václav Černý, Cyril Dessas and Nedim Barami. As Nsiala came off, Tavernier moved in to play at central defence. Post-match, he revealed what he told the 21-year-old after he was brought off. "Clint's a young lad," said the Rangers captain, Sky Sports. "I was chatting to him just there. It's things you've just got to keep working on. He can't put his head down. These are things that just come with football. We'll all get around him." Undoubtedly a big call for Ferguson to make so early into his period in charge of Rangers. The decision to hook Nsiala early proved crucial. It brought stability at the back and allowed Rangers to motor towards a much-needed victory. Speaking after Wednesday evening's game, Ferguson lifted the lid on the early change. "I've got to make decisions," he said. "Clinton's a young player, he's got huge potential, but it could have been a number of players. But I've been brought here to do a job. I have to make some tough decisions at times. I'm not scared to make tough decisions, but it worked." Ferguson will look to make it back-to-back wins in charge of Rangers when they welcome Motherwell to Ibrox this weekend. So what do you make of this? Nsiala is certainly a player with a lot of potential and have shown some serious bright sparks so far during his time in Glasgow. However, recently he has seemed to struggle for form, which is completely normal for a 21-year-old in a physical league. There certainly is a player. In there, technically, he is sound, he just seems to lack a bit of strength, balance, and positional awareness. He's been caught out and out-muscled a few times now. Maybe it's time someone at the club pulls him aside and helps him work in his physical stature to become a more intimidating defender. But let me know what you think, and also let me know your thoughts on Barry Ferguson's first game in charge. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.